real quick. I'm here in the airport about to get to Texas. And I wanted to talk to you about why local elections are so important. I want to do this. Okay. Let me give you a real good example. I think this is an example that everybody can relate to. Let me do this. This is the deal. Let's just say, and this is why like election integrity is so important. And we talk about these things, and I don't think a lot of people understand, right, why local elections are so important. Let me tell you why. It does not matter what a president does if on the local level it's not righteous, those resources will never get to you. Let me give you an example. So I don't believe in reparations. And the reason why I don't believe in reparations is because every American taxpayer didn't own slaves, right? So I don't believe that it's fair that everybody would have to pay back, right, for something their ancestors didn't do. But let's just say, for example, let's just say I did. I'm explaining to you why being involved in a local election is so important. So let's just say I did believe in reparation. Let's just say President Trump were to uh, give every Black American or every freedman, right, every Black American that can trace their lineage back to their ancestors being slaves. Let's just say he was able to write a check, right? Whatever that check is for, let's just call it $100 billion, right? Let's just say that's the number. If your local government's not ran righteously, those resources will never get to you anyway, right? This is why it's so important to get involved with your local elections. This is why it's so important that fair elections exist. Why is that? Because if they do not happen, your resources will never be regulated righteously. This is the reason why we're in the Eastern District Court, the Sixth Circuit Court. That's why we're fighting for fair elections. That's why we went to Washington last week. That's why we're going to head to Cincinnati because we need to raise awareness to this. Now, this is important. There's only one way that these judges can be removed. Only one way. And that's by people putting pressure on their senators. So we have 100 US senators in Congress. And if these judges do not do what they're supposed to do, right? I'm calling on Ohio. I'm calling on Tennessee. I'm calling on Kentucky, and I'm calling on Michigan. We don't have a lot of hope in Michigan with Alyssa Slotkin, but you know, hopefully we can get somebody to replace Gary Peters by the grace of God. I'm calling on all of these states to let their senators know that we must watch this appeal process. What the Eastern District Court is saying right now is that it's already been proven that voters that are fraudulent are voters that should not be on the list, have been taken off the list. That's not an argument. It has nothing to do with the argument. This is our argument that the advocate Ramon Jackson has before the courts. That the state of Michigan cannot vote for somebody that did not vote. That the state of Michigan does not have the authority, specifically Janice Renfrey and Jocelyn Benson, they do not have the authority to vote for someone if that person did not vote. That's the problem. That's our court case. And when you look at the way the court is responding, it's almost as if it's Chat GPT. Like when you look at their response, that has nothing to do with our argument. And now the lawyers are saying, well, we need more time. They know that we have evidence. They know that our people are the evidence. They know that our people are the proof. And it's important. It's really important that we keep our eyes on this. The ruling could be coming this month. So I need everybody in Ohio, which I'll be preaching there coming up this month. I need everybody in Tennessee, which I'll be preaching there this month. I need everybody to in Kentucky and Michigan to be aware of what's going on because the Sixth Circuit Court, they can make a rule that will cause us to have fair elections. We're closer than you know. So let's continue to pray. Let's continue to believe God. And let's trust that He's going to show up and show out. God bless you. And may Heaven smile upon you. God bless.